It could be now. If you're watching on Twitch, are you watching on Twitch, or are you watching on Nintendo's Twitch?
Twitch.
Yeah, because I was thinking that.
Maybe Twitch is putting their own music in it then.
Probably. What we're thinking, Kyle, is if we watch it on Nintendo's feed, they'll actually continue with their presentation. I think Twitch kicks back. I actually don't know how long Twitch will follow Nintendo, just because Nintendo has their 20, 30-minute presentation, and then they're going to go right into like live demos. And hopefully their first live demo will be whatever the big game is that they're going to talk about. Because last year they talked about Pokemon for a good half hour, and people had to listen to us just say, "Where's Zelda? Where's Zelda?"
So
it was interesting.
Do we think that we're going to get a Smash title?
There's talk that there might be like a Smash Deluxe similar to what we got with Mario Kart. That's heavily rumored, but it's Nintendo. I try not to get super excited because usually they don't meet those expectations, but with a new console, I think they kind of have to.
Okay, now we've got sound.
Fill the
All
gaps.
right.
Oh, there it is. Yep, countdown. But yeah, they got to fill the gaps with something, and we have Splatoon 2 in July, Rabbids in August, and so on and so forth. Fighting. Oh, that's an Arms trailer.
Maybe
This
with
one
a link
comes
with where you guys are watching. I'm seeing different stuff on the
here.
Twitch I found.
I'll send the link.
Sweet, thank you.
Oh, Rocket League. There we are.
Oh, I was in the future.
Yeah, you're probably the future.
Oh, that's weird. Why would their Nintendo, if they're officially on Nintendo, YouTube be behind? Probably YouTube.
Yeah, it could be. YouTube streaming is different, right? So it might be like delayed for me. I don't know. Like, Jocelyn, are you seeing like a
Sorry,
montage?
just putting out a tweet, but yes, I'm seeing a montage.
Yeah, it's like so FIFA right now. That's a dangerous way to run around with your Switch. I do not advise you do that because you will break it.
Oh god, yeah, they keep playing this game in some really dangerous places.
Yeah.
Oh, now in a fight club, good.
Yeah, this is a great way to like get your Switch damaged or stolen.
So are you guys seeing Splatoon right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone just got.
Yeah. All right.
Oh. These are all some angsty people, all looking at the camera.
Yeah, this isn't my target audience for Nintendo, but they're trying to branch out.
Yeah,
Oh
they're,
my
they're
God.
trying to get the teens.
Rocket League on the Switch means that Matt will literally always be playing Rocket League. Just always.
Yeah, you better watch your data connection there if he's streaming or if he's playing Rocket League while he's on the go.
Yeah.
Because I haven't tried it yet, but I hear tethering your phone to your Switch works perfectly.
The game
So
is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun? It's a test that you pass, or a quest that you fail. A race
He's
against
really low.
time. Fun and
I
battle
know. I had to turn him right up.
always locked together.
He's making some
But
good
the
points,
game-
though.
There's also something else. It's a journey. A passport
he's
to new
he's so
worlds.
monotone, and the
Maybe
way he
even
talks about stuff is just like
Odyssey.
if he put more
Look, a feel.
emotion into it, it would probably
Exploration.
not be so funny.
Close your focus and open your mind.
Games, fun.
Yes, the journey
Yeah,
Bad
really.
requires
This
the
sounds like
Ah.
somebody didn't actually
And that
give him
ticket
like a paragraph
is
to
Nintendo
say. They just like are flashing
But in the
keywords up on a
It's not
monitor.
just where you can take your game.
Hashtags at him.
Yeah. Games.
So
your
just
game.
speak really
Fun.
slowly
And take
because the
Battle.
gamers don't understand you if
Yeah.
you speak too quickly. All right. This kind of sounds like Zelda.
It kind of does. I was like, this sounds really familiar.
Oh, this is probably your Xenoblade game.
Yay.
Together with our divine
Yes,
Father,
it totally is.
the architect.
Man, it looks so
Oh,
good.
Elysium.
just so your thighs can chaff. Horrible movie.
Which Elysium?
Yes.
Yeah. It's no
Guys, Arcadia?
You're a Blade.
So this is the game that people keep thinking is going to be delayed, Xenoblade 2, but
Yeah.
they insist it's coming out before the end of the year.
To Elysium.
I'm in. Let's go to Elysium.
Anime.
I'll
Hypnotized
take you there
by her
myself.
breasts.
I was
Don't
gonna
touch
say,
the
like,
boob
he's
down.
totally going for some boob
Yep,
grab there.
touch it. Oh, snap.
It's magic.
It's pretty good. Boob
Kind of what it
defense.
feels like, kids.
Is that how he summons his sword? He just... Wow, that is some anime.
You say that like it's a bad thing. I think it looks
No, it's
freaking
not.
cool.
Anime's cool. I'm just... Boob bomber. Like, that's... It's a great way to...
They're doing like a Prince of Persia 2008 kind of thing, where you
Mhm.
have the constant companion in the back channeling on you.
Now that you have
I kind of dig like this style of anime as opposed to the Xenoblade Chronicles X that came out that was a little more serious. This is more like cartoony kind of.
I'm guessing your goal is Elysium.
Ooh.
This is what we haven't seen yet, is like in-game stuff.
Yeah, like
We've
more
seen a
than
lot
just-
of these big sweeping cutscenes and things, but
Mhm. No, this makes it look pretty epic.
What's the matter? Are you the Aegis, or aren't you?
I won't use that power, and I won't let you use it either.
If you know
Australian
what
accents.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Gerard Butler.
to show it.
I talk like
Not
this
with words, but with your
because I'm
actions.
Australian.
Everyone, let's go.
There was like 3, maybe 4 scenes of like actual like had a UI gameplay in there.
Mhm.
Little bits and pieces. It looked pretty good though. I'm cautiously optimistic.
And December 2017. So
Fire wielding. Stone cold hero.
so this is
An insatiable appetite?
a first look. So that maybe this is a new
Kirby.
game. Sweet. Kirby, I always wish Kirby games
Kirby
had more
kills
depth.
with love.
Did you ever play the old one where you could combine 2 Kirby powers?
Was that on GameCube?
I think it was N64.
Yeah, I played the N64 one. I really liked it, and it still felt kind of.
You get to
Didn't
be a
last-
curling rock? I'm in.
That's pretty good.
Wow. So it looks like they had the same sort of thing going on here,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but multiplayer.
Oh, yeah. Hold hands with friends. I like it.
that's good. I mean, multiplayer is like it's probably couch co-op though, right? Like, although the world looks. Oh, there's the wispy woods. I wonder if now here's the question: like, we all look at this and think, great, multiplayer. Are we gonna have online multiplayer? Because I don't have
Hi everyone.
4
I'm
people
Shinya
to
Takahashi.
sit
Yeah.
on a couch and play.
I hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far.
It's so quiet.
When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video
So,
game
new
fans
Kirby
from
in
all over the
2018.
world as a home console that could be taken with you anywhere, I felt so relieved. Take Switch outside, come together,
Yeah,
and
no doubt.
share
I'm sure
I
everyone
was
at
gonna
Nintendo
say,
was
yeah.
relieved.
This idea was
like,
how we
thank
hoped
God
people
they
would
bought
play
this
with
one,
Nintendo
guys.
Right.
Switch. But people are coming up with many creative ways to play, in all kinds of places, in many more ways than we expected.
Nobody
This
expected
summer,
Switch in the bathroom,
Nintendo and its
but you're
third-party
doing it.
partners will release many multiplayer games that can be played anytime, anywhere, and with anyone. We hope there will be many
No, not
heated
just
competitions
multiplayer.
that
We
will be
want
ignited
single-player
by Nintendo
couch
Switch.
experiences as well,
We
guys.
continue our look at even
You
more
can't
new
have
game
both,
worlds for
Ryan.
Nintendo Switch.
I don't want both. I
But
just want the
before we do,
one.
there is one
Is
announcement
it because
we'd like to
parents
share from
are
our
concerned
very
about
special
kids playing
friend.
video games by
Please take a
themselves,
look.
but in a party it's okay?
It's allowed.
I don't know. I think they're trying to get people more using the two
from the Pokemon company.
the two Joy-Cons.
Just the
Hey,
other
it's
day,
Nintendo. It's
we
Pokemon.
announced
Maybe
the
they
Pokemon
won't talk
Tournament
about the games they
Deluxe
already
is coming
announced.
to Nintendo Switch.
Because I really want a
This is
mainline
the
Pokemon
latest
game on
version
Switch.
Of the premier Pokemon fighting game. Two people can dive right into battle using two
No, they're just going to talk about this
it's
fighting,
Arena.
which is
thing.
weird, right? Like, what
Heated
was the
Pokemon
point
battles with just one Nintendo
in
Switch
showing that
console.
off beforehand?
There are some fresh additions, including new Pokemon, and this
While you're in the
deluxe
club.
version of the game
Yeah,
will be on display
the
at
club.
E3 for attendees to play.
My mind, what you need.
I have one more announcement.
Oh, one more
Maybe-
announcement.
Game Freak has begun
Okay,
developing
I was just gonna say,
a
maybe they're
core
leading
RPG
off.
Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch.
A core Pokemon on Switch. So
It may
there
not
you go.
release for more than a year,
Perfect.
but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same.
But over
In
a
the
year, so
meantime,
probably
let's
late
enjoy
2018.
this year's E3.
Ishihara-san, thank you very much.
That's good.
We heard
It's kind of
the
what people
Pokemon
just want to
series
hear.
is
They just
being
want to know it's in
for Nintendo
development,
Switch.
Yeah.
and I know that can kind of
What kind of
cannibalize
Pokemon
sales,
game
but
will
I
we be able
think
to play
with
on
Pokemon,
Nintendo
and
Switch?
it can probably
I'm
actually
looking
make
forward to
people
it myself.
buy more
At this year's
Pokemon.
E3,
Yeah,
we're
people
mostly
always buy
showing
Pokemon.
games that will be released
Yeah,
in
like I don't think they need to
2017.
worry about saying, "Hey, there's going to
Please
be a new
know
one
that
on
here at
Switch late
Nintendo,
next year,"
we're
and it's
working
like,
on many forms
"Oh,
of
perfect."
entertainment
Then I
that can
won't.
only
Then
be
I,
made
in order
possible
to,
on Nintendo Switch.
you know, satiate my appetite, I will
forward to
buy
that
the
as
new
well.
Pokemon Ultra
Now
Moon
let's
Sun
continue on with
in
the
November.
journey
I'll
with
probably
Nintendo
wait, but
Switch.
I might buy the Sun and Moon on Switch. That'd be good. Or well, I guess
well, no, it's
either
it's
Sun
on
or Moon.
3DS.
Oh, it's 3DS. Oh, I thought it was. I
Yeah.
thought they were porting it over.
No, I thought so too, but it sounds like they're developing a brand new Switch game, so that's really good. What's this?
I'm not even 100% sure where my 3DS is. I need to find it.
It's making an S. It's Metroid.
It's Metroid! Say what? Unless it's a total tease, and it's not, because it could
This would be
happen.
one hell of a tease if they
Wow,
want to go
Metroid
back
Prime
from this.
4. That
Metroid
Now
Prime
in
4.
development.
Just kidding.
You did it.
no, it's too late. They can't take it back. It's on the screen. It's happening. Everyone gets 1,000,000 points. Everyone stamped their bingo cards. Finally, Metroid Prime 4 has been confirmed. No gameplay though, so
Yoshi?
This will be their darkest game yet.
yeah. They're all about those side scrollers.
Yeah.
Mm. To be fair, the Yoshi games have always been embarrassingly fun.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be caught playing them, but they're real good.
The Yarn
they're
Yoshi
super
game was so good.
So this is
He has a
looking.
Triceratops head?
Yeah.
Oh, for Destructin.
Yeah.
Co-op.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yoshi's all right. And you can flip around. That's really cool.
I want that dark, or the deep voice one. That one was great. Yoshi's story.
Yeah, I like this whole co-op. It looks like kind of like Paper Mario-y.
Yeah.
not
it does
like-
a little.
The world does.
And it's like it's all on tracks, but it's
Yeah.
got some depth to it.
Is it just called Yoshi?
Yeah. Or I'm sure they'll give it a full name, but for now, I guess 2018. Yoshi, Kirby, 2018, Metroid Prime 4 at some point in the near future.
Team Bench.
This might be Fire Emblem Warriors.
I haven't played a single one of those. I hear good things.
Ryan loves them.
You know what? The only one I played was Hyrule Warriors, and I actually really dug it. I think they're a special type of game where you kind of have to enjoy repeating the same type of combat, but it's super satisfying going around just killing a bunch of
You
dudes.
kill like 20 things at once. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It was all Zelda characters, right? So
As long as the core gameplay's fun, and no matter what the grind is, if the core gameplay's fun.
Yeah.
We've come here to save you.
see, I'm a huge fan of Fire Emblem, right? So I think this game is. I wouldn't play just a normal Dynasty Warriors, but the fact that this has a bunch of Fire Emblem characters is actually got me interested. Same with Hyrule Warriors. I really enjoyed just playing as all the different Zelda characters and seeing them reimagined in this different gameplay style.
Yeah, I really liked Hyrule Warriors. I thought it was really fun. Matt and I played through it.
And the DLC they added was really good too. They kept adding a bunch of stuff to it.
Do these games come with language options? Can you set it to Japanese?
I think so. I think so. I think Hyrule Warriors had that option.
Oh,
The script's
Zelda
total
stuff.
cheese balls.
You may have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few
Hey,
days ago.
they haven't given me a
It's announced that
vacation
select
in
Zelda
6
items
years.
Will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really
This isn't
looking forward
actually
to exploring
Zelda.
Skyrim with
No.
the Master Sword in hand. Oh, when did this Master Sword get in my hand?
They're just not showing his
We'll take a
face,
look
but it
at the
is
DLC
gnarly.
packs for The Legend of
Yeah,
Zelda.
Skyrim.
Let us take you on a new
Oh, cool.
Hyrule adventure.
So we already know what's in the first pack, but the second pack has that story thing, and I wonder if we'll get a kind of like a tease.
Have you guys completed the game?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good through?
I loved it. Yeah, I got all the way through it. It's a fun Zelda game. It's different. I think you kind of have to enjoy what type of game they're giving you there.
I mean, it looks like a fantastic screw-around game.
Yeah, it certainly supports the find your own fun style
Yeah.
of gameplay.
So is this the
This-
new?
Yeah, so this is part of the DLC pack, so where you have to progress. It's basically like Horde mode, but it looks like they're setting up a bunch of challenges for you. And it's
Okay.
more combat based, and you start with just a nothing. You start with no armor, no weapons, and you have to work your way around and try to get through and continue to collect things from your enemies and use those to survive and eat. And it's actually, there's a thing in the game where you could go to an island and it set up the challenge, but in a very minimal, small setup. And it was probably the most fun and most surprising I had in the game. It was really cool. So to see that they're building a whole new mode around that is pretty epic.
I always thought that particular battle was hilarious when you're fighting the big stone dude. Because I'm like, he's literally made of rock and I'm shooting a wooden arrow at him. And somehow that's doing damage.
I wonder when the second pass will come out. Or, sorry, the first pass, when that will come out, but...
So,
That
Secret
guy.
Accordion guy's back.
That's good. I wonder if he'll have something to do with the second pack. I don't know.
Falco?
Yeah.
Oh, don't know a thing about her, but I've seen her online.
Yeah. That sounded weird. This is... So if they're teasing the second pack, do you think we're getting, like, a prequel?
The Champion's Ballad.
I was really hoping for a post-game, but it looks like they're going back.
I know,
well,
I felt like that was the big thing
What did you think?
that Zelda
I
was
actually
really
have one
missing
more
for me.
announcement that I'd like to share.
It was like you got to the end, you
The
freed
four
Zelda.
champions that appear
She's like,
in The
let's work
Legend of
together,
Zelda:
redo
Breath
it
of
to
the
rebuild
Wild
the
will
kingdom,
be
and then that was the end of the game.
available as amiibo.
yeah.
Like,
The Zora champion Mifa.
oh, more
The Goron
amiibos,
champion,
Ryan.
Daruk.
Oh, God. Turn the stream off.
The Gerudo
I'm gonna
champion,
hide my wallet.
Rivali.
Although these don't look.
And the Gerudo champion,
You know,
They
that one
look
looks
pretty good.
They do
You'll
look
be
pretty
able to use
good.
these four
But I mean, I don't know
amiibo
if
in The
I
Legend of
really
Zelda:
like
Breath of the
that
Wild.
person has. That is a
Of course,
bad.
you'll be able to use these in the DLC
placement of
packs
that.
you just
Yeah,
saw,
to support
so
me.
please
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, really, guys, you couldn't have chose a better camera angle. It just looks weird.
Travel
But no,
bring people
I'm
together.
excited when more
Like
amiibos are announced, but
anywhere.
those characters didn't really
Video gaming is a
do it
journey,
for me.
Then anywhere has to include a stop right here in LA during E3.
You too can play your Switch anywhere when you have a green screen.
Where booths buzz and
With other
tables
people
flow,
who happen to have a Switch.
where the game worlds you've heard about suddenly spring into life. And this summer, a new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational, which brings teams from the Americas,
Oh, they're talking about their esport
Australia,
stuff.
New Zealand, and Japan to see whose colorful skills are the best. Tomorrow, the Poké
Yeah,
Invitational
so
will be held.
like a lot of like
You might
2018
recognize some of our 8
announcements,
competitors
not a lot
who will
of
be duking it out
2017.
in
And no
heated
Mario
battles.
yet.
Yeah, I mean we know
Wednesday,
Mario's coming, and
we'll
they'll
see
probably
eight
do like
players
big
throw punches in the
big
fun
reveal
and
after,
competitive
but
game Arms, which launches later this week.
Metroid Prime 4 is pretty crazy, but I'm sure people were really expecting like a Smash announcement of some kind.
Well, a lot of the announcements seem to have been like, yep, we're working on it, yep, we're working on it, like 2018 at the earliest, yep, we're working on it.
And no matter
Like
where you
Metroid and
are, be sure
Pokemon,
to
like we
catch
didn't
up
even get
with
like
Nintendo Treehouse
Mhm.
Live at E3.
Metroid
All
won't come out probably for like we won't hear much about it for a long time, but it's just it's one of those things where you have to have a balance, and sometimes Nintendo like likes to focus a lot on what's happening now, and then sometimes they're more worried about what's in the future. So they never really strike a balance. I mean, it's not over yet, but
yeah. So
That's
now
an
we've got
interesting critique.
Ubisoft is proud to announce his new Rabbids game.
Back to
Mario
Rabbids
plus
again.
Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
yeah,
And it will be
they're really
developed
retreading.
exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. The Rabbids' crazy personalities. And
Although, to be fair,
unpredictable
I mean,
behavior
this was kind of the actual gameplay of this game was kind of a bit of a shocker to everybody. So
Yeah, it was definitely a big surprise. The
They would surprise you
XCOM
with
style.
tactical adventure.
Wait, what, really?
yeah,
XCOM. It's really
Oh, wow.
Mario and his
very
friends
surprising.
would join
Yeah, look at that
together
cover
in
shooter, huh?
to put the kingdom back in order.
and it's really cool because you can like shoot cover and knock things back and set them on fire and they run away. So there's like a whole other, and you can use your allies to like boost your movement and stuff. So they'll like throw you further if you run by them. So it's like, it actually has a lot of kind of cool physics and stuff to the tactical movement. Like it's like another level beyond just like, you can move 5 spaces.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I think it's kind of interesting. I haven't traditionally been into those kind of games, but oh, here
Yeah.
it is, Rocket League on Switch. Rip my Switch time.
Yeah. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? Although, come on, give us some exclusive like Mario Karts or something. I want to. Oh, a hat, perfect.
I do love the music though.
Yeah. Cross-network play, that's huge.
Yeah. Well, that's what Psyonix does, right?
Yeah, except for companies that don't want to play ball. Microsoft.
How's the console situation if you wanted to get one today?
Switch version will have all
For a Switch?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen one in stores, but I haven't really been looking. But
Yeah,
it's,
once you get it, then you stop looking.
Right, one of
I think-
those.
well, yeah, I know, I realize how that sounded, but I think the idea behind picking up a Switch is that you still have to look out for pre-orders. You have to look out for new stock allotments. They aren't available widely yet. Like you can't just walk in and grab one.
Yeah.
It's the Sonic. No, that is a dinosaur.
That is a dinosaur.
Monster Hunter?
No,
That
we
looks
saw
like-
that yesterday.
That looks
The
very
dinosaur,
T-Rex.
that's straight up T-Rex. Oh, with the Mario hat. This is the Mario
Play
game.
as T-Rex.
What?
That would have been
Dino
amazing. To just
Watch out,
turn
Mario.
into a T-Rex.
This looks weird.
This is that weird thing that only Japan does, where they take their Sonic or Mario and like put them in the real world with like a bunch of people shopping.
Yeah. Wait, Bowser has a weird hat as well?
Does it actually do stuff?
Again, I don't know.
Does Mario have many weird hats? Because he was in a sombrero.
Yeah,
It looks
And
like
now
he
he
has
went
many
2D.
weird hats.
What is happening?
I don't know, but I like it.
He totally just like went into the frog.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he
So
sure
he-
did.
He's
Turned
a
into
frog.
He
now he's
possessed
a-
the frog.
Oh my god. He's a bullet
Wow. You know what? This is really cool.
This is like, yeah.
So now it kind of makes sense why he has like a hat that talks, because he uses the hat to become things. Wow. Oh, look at that. A blip or a blooper.
Oh my god, her bouquet was piranha flowers. That's amazing.
This looks wild.
So this is Odyssey.
Yeah.
He just became a cab, guys. He was literally a taxi cab. What is going on?
Why not, right? Oh, he became a real person there.
And you can totally become a T-Rex. Or maybe a singer? Like, wow. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know. Wow. October. I was expecting like late.
I don't understand what just happened. That is insane gameplay.
Yeah,
and
that was
also
it.
We're
That's
done.
the end of Nintendo's presentation. Right. So Mario Odyssey, everybody. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Yeah, that was.
It looks fun, but it looks really, really like different from what what we come to expect from Nintendo and Mario titles.
It looked like it just had with the amount of characters that you can take over, that gives you so many potential gameplay mechanics, like more than we've ever seen, right? Because Mario's been able to turn into things or get special powers, but he's never had that many options.
No, it looks like he's kind of pulling a Kirby and he can become a lot, like you said, a lot of different things, like a lot of inanimate objects, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That was nuts. And Hachikumo, I think, in the chat room is joking, but I think he has a good point calling it a good Halloween game. Mario's literally dressing up as a whole bunch of different things. That kind of makes a weird kind of sense that it would be a good Halloween game. But
the T-Rex is interesting.
Yeah. Well, so we saw more finished levels than we've seen in the past too, because obviously the game's coming out soon. But previously it's like we had temporary textures on a lot of stuff, not a lot of backgrounds. Like we got a feel for it, but it wasn't as finished as this look was. And the Mario in like the downtown scene wasn't as jarring as I feel like it was when we saw it like a year ago. It was like kind of seemed to blend into the rest of the gamescape a little bit better, because there were some other levels like the dinosaur one that looked realistic-ish, that kind of bridged the gap between like the real world city looking level and like you're now jumping on cartoony spoons between soup bowls.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and I feel like that this game is huge, and we're not gonna know a good chunk of it probably until, I think they're gonna do what they did with Zelda last year with Mario here, and they're just gonna deep dive into it now. And right now they're kind of just talking about the game, but I'm wondering if they'll actually do some gameplay demo, because I think we got more of a sense of what the gameplay loop will be like, but we don't know. We know it's open world. We know there's a bunch of powers now, but like, are those powers restricted to specific levels? Like you can only become the Chain Chomp. Obviously, you can only become the Chain Chomp wherever it is, but like, can you become a Chain Chomp whenever you see one, or is it just specific
ones things that you can take over? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could even be like a Mumbo situation where you gotta collect a certain number of things to unlock the body.
Yeah, so can he just like throw his hat at anything and just take it over? That seems a little bit like, oh, I'm in a boss battle. You're too hard. I am you now.
Can you hear them screaming inside your mind? Be free.
That's the real question
dark.
Being answered, because the hat looks like it is capable of screaming.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes. It's screaming right now.
Oh God. But and so what else? So what else do we see? We saw we got a couple of like just basically title teasers. We got Yoshi coming in 2018 at some point with a cool like flip the level kind of mechanic. So there's like stuff behind walls and things that you can find, which is kind of, I hope it's a little bit more complex, like along the lines of like Fez, where it really changes like parts of the game where you can access, as opposed to just like, here's a big board and whoops, there's something behind it. Like, I hope there's a little bit of a puzzle to it, as opposed to just like two sides of the same piece of paper.
Yeah, the Yoshi games have been really, and Kirby for that matter, have been really good at like, if you're playing those games, you have to kind of get 2-3 worlds in before you start to experience the really advanced levels. Like I know with Woolly World, you had to kind of give it 2 or 3 worlds before you started to get into stuff that was really advanced.
Yeah.
Donk City.
Yeah.
No, there he just jumped onto the power line, and that was that.
Oh, is stuff still going?
He's they're just doing like a gameplay demo now of Mario Odyssey. So they're kind of showing off the open world of New Donk and New Donk City. So it looks like there'll be 100 purple coins to collect. So that's some old school Mario.
Let me get all caught up here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I paused it when they put the splash screen up again, because I thought that was it.
Mario in the real world is weird.
Yeah, it would be unique, except for Dreamcast and Sonic.
Yeah, and that didn't work out very well for Sonic.
No, and the first one was great, and sure, I was probably young enough for it, but then things got kind of weird when Shadow showed up, and then it just went downhill.
Yeah, I mean, they might be able to do something good here, and maybe this is only one world, right? So I think there'll be a lot of weird going on in this game, but it appears as though like you throw your hat and you can take over. You're not like taking over specific items. You're just you're becoming them for a split second and then like hopping out of them. Like he became like a traffic pole, and then he used that to like flick himself forward. But
yeah, I definitely hope people, while they're playing this game, they just throw their hat at everything and try all sorts of different things.
Whoops, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Right now, normally, if you were following the story path...
Oh, I thought he was going to become the football there. I was like, what?
Yeah. And Mayor Pauline's like, so Pauline's a character from Donkey Kong. Like old school Donkey Kong.
With mustaches.
So why do they just have like a rocket in the middle of the park? That seems a bad
well, it
idea.
looks like the rockets are to take you up higher. I thought the rockets was like the how you switch levels, but it doesn't look like it because there's a regular dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's some jank ass swinging for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does not look right. Very stiff.
That guy's really happy for you.
So certainly you can tell that Pauline is from Donkey
It does look
Kong.
like there is just a lot in this game.
Yeah, and this is one of those worlds that you would normally like warp to, like one of those mini puzzle worlds, right? So it looks like that's what they're doing here, but there's the open world, and then there's these little subsections that you can go to.
And this is interesting here, where we see, I mean, really throughout New Donk City, and I think throughout the world, we've got these.
And then you got a moon.
You're bouncing on things, you're jumping on things, you're swinging.
So no more stars, we got moons.
I'm gonna miss the stars. I like the stars.
Yeah.
Wait,
So,
we're
yeah.
completely out of stars? Not both?
We
I
haven't
don't know.
seen
I only,
any stars, I don't think.
yeah, I've only seen the moons.
Because even in the like the trailer and stuff, when he gets to kind of the end of the level, it was like showed a big row of moons.
Oh, jeez.
Did he just jump on that dude's head?
He just
Yeah.
jumped on that dude's head. No apology. Just like, I'm Mario. Deal with it.
Have you watched Game Theory on YouTube? There's some dark stuff in here.
Oh yeah. He's probably gonna have a blast with this.
So we put it in the stage, we like combine it with different art assets, like kind of like
What is New Donk
what
City?
it might actually look like or work in game, and then try playing it.
How can he torture Luigi more?
It is really cool though that he just like becomes electricity and is all of that can't all be explorable.
No.
No.
Yeah. That just looks like the skybox there, but it still looks like a big world, and he's like, it's very vertical, right? Which is new for these open world Mario games. They're usually pretty like one layer two, right?
How does he get down?
Very carefully, hopefully.
There better be a pile of hay.
You saw before, we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in Super Mario Sunshine at the time. So in that way, we're also getting hints from past games.
Can I quickly interject that so as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit these musicians.
I don't think whoever's got the controller in their hand actually knows how to get down from the top of the high-rise.
I don't know what they want to do there.
He's a speck right now in that triangular building. And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really long fall. And that worked. And a bit to my surprise. And
I totally wanted to see him butt stomp that.
Was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing? What was that?
So there you go. There's your trumpet player, Mario. Wow, no shit's given.
No, but he's invincible. His health is not moving.
Yeah, they must have turned fall damage off.
Yeah, I did read that. I didn't know you were going to be playing
Mario making money in the back alley.
Well, I also know the real way. Or another way.
Okay, yeah, so there's a very distinct edge to the world.
But you found your own way to play it.
Oh, there's another one of those electricity things.
Play around with the game and find their own ways of doing things. That's
something this is I mean, I'm kind of interested to see what else they have for this game. Like, I mean, the city's great, but it would be interesting to see what other worlds they're offering, because in that trailer they showed a lot, but if this is kind of what they're demoing, like, I was kind of hoping to see a little more. Cranky Avenue.
So is this like mostly just exploration, and you have to try to find all the coins?
I don't know. Like, in previous Mario games, they would have this open world, and in the open world there were the moons, or I guess the shines in previous years, where you could go do specific tasks to collect them all. So it kind of looks like in this, it is the open world. They haven't shown us like our task list or anything, but yeah, there's a lot of exploration, finding things to do, and all that fun stuff.
Since you're not going to get booted out of the kingdom when you collect a power moon, there's a lot of encouragement.
So you have to like make sure that you get rid of Bullet Bill's hat, because he's got like a little like visor thing on. So Mario had to knock that off before he could throw his own hat onto it.
The reason to explore everything is that there's very little punishment for dying. I just lost.
Oh, so there's no lives. You just lose coins.
So what's the reason to have coins? Just to have more plays, like more chances?
Maybe you're buying stuff. I don't know.
Oh, they did show all those outfits.
Yeah. So, and there was kind of like a store there. So, and they were saying, like, when you get a shine or a moon, why are you doing, dude?
Well, apparently this is not my day.
When you get a moon, you can. It doesn't kick you out of the world. You can just keep exploring and stuff. So that's actually really cool.
I'm just looking at the space where we saw other sections of New Dog City, and looking here.
This looks pretty good.
Impressed with the texture work that's been done. I feel like every time I see a new build of this game, more and more of these textures are just.
So you throw your hat once to knock the dude's hat off, and then you throw it again to take it over.
Does Mario have like smoke damage on him there?
Yeah,
like,
he definitely did.
It's got battle damage.
It went away, but.
Yeah, that was still pretty cool.
I like using the environment to block the bullets. That's cool.
Yes. One thing that we haven't mentioned yet that we probably should talk about.
Oh, there's another moon.
You're playing with Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached.
Yes.
And
bullet building. Get it? Building.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Kyle's just shaking his head like that's not as funny as you think it is, Jocelyn.
It's early. So I think they were just talking about like play options, right? So
I do love that as you're experimenting. I think we'll see folks doing that on the show.
So I wonder if, or is he just going to play with one Joy-Con?
How Cappy moves. that while you're holding the Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached, you really want to just try moving your arms in different directions. Like, okay, I'm going to try throwing up, I'm going to throw down.
So they're talking a lot about motion
But,
control,
Yeah.
which I'm sure everyone's a fan of.
I was gonna say everyone knows my feelings. I'm not gonna talk about it again.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
So here we're in the sand.
So this is a new world.
In the town of Tostarena, and they had a problem now because it's all frozen. Everything.
Oh,
is
no.
cold for reasons, of course, that Mario will eventually solve.
Yeah, actually, if you hang still for a second, we can
Okay,
show
so
the
there's
animation.
like
Oh, yeah, yeah,
objectives and kind of quests and ways to fix things in each of these worlds.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he
Is he
really shivers.
afraid of?
I think he's cold.
I think he's cold.
Is he afraid of Mexico? He might be.
One thing I did want to show off.
Oh, they're
So
triangle
there's two
purple
kinds of
bits.
coins in this game, and for
Oh,
I believe the
okay.
first time in the mainline Mario series, you can actually
So you can buy things, and the coins are different per world, and you can only use them in that kingdom.
currency should be worth currency.
Oh, and there's a shop right there. You can see the little icon.
Okay. Yeah, I thought when he was running around the city, I thought I saw like a moon shop or something. There was like a sign right before he went into that back alley that had like 3 moons on it. So I wonder if you can spend those as currency too.
Yeah, this looks good. I wonder if they'll show the shop and what you can actually get in there.
You know, if you go to a foreign land, one of the things that makes
Yeah,
the
there
biggest
seems to be
impression on you is the currency.
a couple of different kinds of. Oh,
You know, you kind of look at it. And you go, "Is
there's a dress code.
use this?"
Oh,
I'm intrigued.
And since Mario is going around to all
okay.
these,
So I get maybe he's trying to collect these coins so he can go buy the suit. You guys are so cold.
and they're collectible items.
All right,
Okay,
let's
so
see what
here
we
we
can
go.
buy.
Shop.
Buy different outfits or buy souvenirs.
Speaking of,
Yeah, and it's always fun to buy souvenirs, right? Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, you got 2 types of coins.
Hmm.
And speaking of shopping, we are now in.
So you
Crazy
can
Town.
use your
So
coins
there's
everywhere,
there's
but
2 kinds of coins as we mentioned. The purple ones are unique to
the purple ones
kingdom,
also
yellow
are
ones
just
can
the
be used
same
in any
across
shop.
the kingdom, so that you can't be
I'm gonna
used in
buy-
different places.
Because the guy at the door said, maybe I should. I'm not living up to their dress code. Maybe I should buy some clothes to
This is good.
fit in better. I'm going to buy a local sombrero and.
Couldn't wait to put the sombrero on. That's hilarious.
See how adorable Mario looks.
So what's this other stuff?
Adorable. I just love the
There's
shopping.
like
I don't
a
know, like-
platform and a
Yeah, and they're a huge
statue.
stack of hats.
It's so cute.
Like
And you can see some
Tostera?
souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to
Looks
Oh,
like a
so-
sticker, almost like
Yeah.
They
a
say souvenirs for the ship so you can decorate it.
Okay.
yeah.
So that's kind of rude that he had to go like buy clothes to get into that dress shop.
So my capabilities are the same. I still have. It's still Cappy, even though.
So
he's
it's still the
turned
same
into a
character.
Oh,
different
okay.
kind of hat now. He can turn into any kind of.
So there's a
hat.
map. I
that's
just
kinda
saw the
fun.
guy send something with a map.
Exotic superpower. And.
All right, let us in.
So I go over
Yeah.
and talk to this guy.
See if you meet the expectations now.
Oh, we're getting into the club.
And like, I think
It's probably warmer in the club.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, everyone's dancing.
And this is, of course, what the goal I was working toward all this time.
I love all these little moments of surprise where you never really know what's
So that was
gonna
it?
happen when
He
You
changed
get a
and he
moon.
got his moon.
I guess you solved the puzzle, right?
Yeah.
In a sense.
Play a guitar.
Yeah.
You want to get in because it's locked.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Oh.
breeding people.
That's a
for,
pretty quiet club.
Yeah.
Where's the bathroom is the real question.
To some more traditional
Microtransaction training for children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.
Hey.
You completed the quest.
Terribly well dressed. It's time to go do some exploring.
Oh no, Bowser's footprints.
Oh.
And
And
Bowser's
here's a-
footprints. I must be on the right track.
Use your Witcher senses.
So I guess basically the overarching thing about the game is that you're
So
trying to
notice
save
that
Peach
by
from
using the
Bowser,
motion
right?
controls, I can
As
actually
usual.
use the little homing function on the
Hmm.
hat more easily. It is possible with the button controls only, but it's much more difficult.
All right, the
Yeah, so
classic-
they've made reference to the fact that you can play it with your Pro Controller if you want. You can play it with the Joy-Cons.
The hat
Although
has
they-
different moves. It'll go straight out, or it'll bounce between
That's,
enemies,
I
or
guess
it goes out like a
here, so you're
circle
not
around you.
capturing those Goomba.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
sounds like you can
physical,
control
it's
how they
digital.
move based
You gotta
on,
find
you
the
know,
special ones.
whether you're moving the Joy-Con or you're
Yeah.
changing the direction of this control stick, stuff like that.
You can capture, but I'm not positive about that.
How long do you get to be Bullet Bill? Oh, until you run into a wall, so you can't
Well, those
actually
work useful
change
because
like
you can fly with them.
height.
Yeah, it
seems to
actually
be
looks
the
like you
puzzle.
got limited depth, or unlimited range. I mean, obviously, if you go too far and you maybe fall into
Now I've
something.
got to very quickly capture my ride back.
And with bullet bills, you can only capture them for a limited amount of time because it's
Oh, they are timed. Okay.
Yeah, so they do blow up.
A little mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, you
when
only
you've
get
got
so
a
much
bullet
time
bill.
with the explosive guys. All right, and then almost to one of my favorite bits in this level.
Oh yeah, the next bit you're coming up to.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's he doing?
So
Doesn't he notice the pillar's not there to jump on?
Oh, look at this.
Okay,
This
so
is like
there's the 2D thing that
that
they
Zelda
showed.
game, Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So,
And he still has his costume, which is really cute.
Yeah.
Why you added this into the game because it's so cool, but it's so.
So the other thing that really hasn't been talked about is Virtual Console. Still nothing. Like no mention of it in the presentation. I mean, Nintendo's always wanted to kind of spread their announcements out, and they'll have probably little tidbits here and there down the road. But I don't know, kind of frustrating that they're still not really talking about it.
Yeah, because it's supposed to come in the fall, right?
Well, they delayed the online service to next year. They did announce like pricing and kind of make that more official, but I don't know. I was kind of hoping that they would have something.
Mm-hmm.
That's super cool.
This is really cool.
But also within the 2D.
I liked the mechanic in Link Between Worlds where you could kind of like melt into the wall.
Yeah, this
So
is like
this
a
is
mural
cool.
type thing, and it's
Yeah.
very.
And of course,
It's very
you know,
neat.
the visuals, we're hoping it's something the people who enjoyed kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, way to mess up.
Did he use part of his poncho?
We're all judging
Did.
you.
It does look like it, yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Just how much the music.
He's gonna be super cautious now.
transitioning back and forth.
Uh-oh.
'Cause I know we've been chatting. Maybe it's hard for some folks to hear what's been going on here. But if we just pop in and out of that warp pipe, it's a pretty impressive transition when the music changes.
There it is. You did it.
But there's no warp pipe up here.
And you get a warp point, it seems.
But you can now see that it's more of a naturalistic instrument. So I'm going to skip ahead and show off the last part of this scenario. Okay, so for that.
Oh, so he's switching up his controls.
Wrist strap
Oh,
control,
just
always
because they've got two different systems set up. I
Mhm.
mean.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning too that we're only covering a.
They both look really concerned.
There's just a ridiculous amount.
Oh yeah, so I guess they had the demo on two different machines, so
Yeah.
they could just jump forward.
It's really weird to have like 6 people on there and only like 3 people talking.
It's kind of cool that you don't take any damage when Bullet Bill explodes.
When you're trying to target for really precision flying, it's got a little bit of a headlamp. Oh no!
He does what I do. It's like something that you think might be bad happens, and then he just like panic jumps.
Yeah. Oh, I do that all the time. So a bit of confirmed news on Rocket League. So Rocket League, like Minecraft, is going to have cross-network play across Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Windows 10, and Steam, but no PS4. But I'm pretty sure the PS4 still has cross-play between PC and PS4.
Yes, they've had that since the beginning.
Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't seem like one of those things where, like Microsoft or Sony is still unwilling to kind of play ball with everybody else. But I mean, I don't think you're gonna have issues finding games in Rocket League on PS4 because again, it is connecting to the PC.
All right, so up here we're
You just left all those coins behind like
know,
they were
right?
nothing.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Triggered half
probably
the
more.
audience.
Yeah.
They are an
Oh, heart bits?
wedding planning firm, and I'd love to hear more from the developers about how they came to be and what your favorite brutal is.
Those are some creepy ass rabbits.
They really
Yeah.
are.
そうですね、彼らはクッパに、雇われてクッパの結婚式を成功させようとしています。
So they've, you know, as you kind of said,
She is like very cheerily going to kill you.
Yeah, she's super stoked about
Yeah.
killing Mark.
Oh, and then she gets stuck. So then you have to jump on her head, of course.
Their work ethic is admirable.
Now she's a spaceship.
UFO Inquisition thing.
Oh, she leaves puddles on the ground. That's new.
Don't step in the poop.
Yeah, right. Nintendo's been playing WoW.
And my favorite is Topper, the kind of shorter one who has that.
Oh, they go away eventually. That's too bad.
Green top hat.
Yeah, guy in green. Yeah.
Get the coins, man.
How about you, Kozuma-san? Do you have a favorite?
Whew! That was close.
So this is like the Mario Galaxy games had like boss arena style like this, and I really dug those bosses. They did a really good job. Nintendo is really good at putting together boss battles.
She has this great contrast between her cute appearance and like how devilish she is. She's sort of like the tricky little sister of the group here.
Just jump on her head.
No.
She got her hat back on now.
Well, now, yeah. But he was like running away from her. I was like, no, she's stunned. Get her.
Each of the Brutals a few times.
Well, you have to jump on her 3 times probably to defeat her, like every boss ever in Mario.
The Nintendo.
Yeah.
The Nintendo number.
No, it looks like she moves faster the more you jump on her.
Oh.
I mean, any evil help is better than no help.
And they're very dedicated to their work.
And they're willing to fight your enemies for you, and that's pretty great.
Get her.
Nice.
Boom.
There you go.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Why would you do that? Oh, but she explodes into sparkly stars, so she'll be fine.
Multi-moon.
So that's a grand moon. We're 3 power moons.
Wait.
And there we see Cappy in his
Oh, so Cappy is a ghost?
Celebrating with Mario.
Oh, and you possess your hat and lets you possess other people, I guess?
Yeah, okay, that kind of...
Alright, so that's what we have.
So Cappy is actually Bowser's hat?
Yeah, I thought Bowser had the white hat.
Oh, yeah, his wedding hat. I guess it ran for it.
Got cold feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Amiibo.
Oh, wow.
I just need to ask you guys about the development process.
So
I really
wait,
want that wedding Bowser. Is that wrong of me?
No,
yeah,
I
that's
mean...
actually pretty witty.
Yeah. So, what is the story here? Is Peach getting married and then Bowser and Mario are fighting over her? Like...
I don't know. I
guess
well, it's the royal wedding is the poster that we've seen is Bowser and Peach because he kidnaps her, right? So
Right.
I guess maybe Mario shows up to stop the wedding.
Yeah.
And marries Peach instead.
If anyone has anything to say now,
Yeah,
whatever,
no.
hold your peace or whatever.
Yeah, Mario busts in and he's like,
Mario's
"Damn
like,
it,
it's me, Mario. You
I
Peach.
Oh
Those
god.
amiibo look pretty good. I'll definitely get the Mario one and the Bowser one.
And another character.
I like the design of the Peach one, but she looks so like I don't like her facial expression. It looks like she can't choose between Bowser and Mario or something, which is like
Yeah, it should be a no-brainer. She should be like pretty stoked that she just looks surprised.
like yeah, she's like
Yeah.
like
At
that's
this
the
point, who has
worst
she spent
face
more time
ever.
with?
But it is really amazing.
Like, who's she spent more time with at this point, though? You know?
Probably Bowser, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
maybe
Bowser
that's the
kidnapping her.
maybe that's the problem. Is she's like, oh no, I don't know my feelings. I think I'm
Yeah.
falling for you, giant kidnapper.
You can really see a lot of nuance for these amiibo.
And Mario's just like, go ahead then.
I wonder, at this point, is there anything you'd like to share about the
There are plenty of fish in the sea.
Oh, what's the like Peach's sister or something or
You got like Daisy.
Daisy. That's it. I was thinking of Daisy.
There's Rosalina as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are they related, or is she just from space?
I think she's just from space.
Yeah.
But Mario has options is basically what we're getting at here.
Oh, yeah. No, wait, hang on. What about poor Luigi, though? Doesn't he get Daisy? I mean, I know
I
we're
think
kind of like
Well,
forcing the sister on
I
the
think
brother.
Luigi
but
gets Mario's
leftovers.
It's terrible.
Now, we'll be showing more of this game later on in the stream, of course.
So how many, Ryan, have you been counting? How many new amiibos have we seen today?
7.
7?
Yeah.
How many new
And there's,
amiibos
like-
are you gonna buy?
Well, I don't know.
7?
I don't really. I have to take a closer look at them, but hopefully pre-orders won't go up for a while, so we won't have to worry about that. But it looks like this is their. So yeah, that's Mario Odyssey. I don't know what else they have planned. Obviously, they're streaming all day.
Mhm.
I don't know if they've updated their document on what they're doing, but I mean, certainly we don't have to stick around all day, but we could probably pause the stream and talk a bit and sign off, right? It's been about an hour.
Yeah, it's been about an hour, so I think that's as good a spot as any. It was cool to see that Mario gameplay, though.
Yeah,
I'm glad that they explained the whole like becoming other objects thing mechanic, because that was definitely mind blowing in the trailer.
Yeah, the thing about Mario games, and in fact all Nintendo games, I feel like they have to have infinite hours to them, and I know that's an impossible front to put them up for, but as a kid you're given this game and it's got to last you 2 years, because you got to make it through next Christmas and the one after that until the next good game comes out, because you can't afford anything else.
Yep.
It's a tough call, and I think that's why a lot of people were looking forward to Smash coming out, because they want some long-term games to sort of bridge the gap between right now and the next Smash Brothers. Like, there was also talk of people thinking we'd get like a Zelda remake of some kind, just to the fact that we're not going to have a new Zelda for a very long time. And it kind of seems like they split their focus. I think they've got a strong 2017, and they've got tidbits for 2018 and beyond. But solid showing, I think.
I'm also pretty impressed that Mario is getting an October release date. I really thought we were going to be looking at like literally Christmas, like December 12th or something, like I thought they were going to push it as far as they possibly could. So it's nice to see that we're going to get it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I was anticipating like a November. Like, November seems to be their standard release timing for their Mario games. But yeah, we got so you got Rabbids in August. You've got Fire Emblem Warriors probably September, October. You've got Xenoblade. You got Rocket League, Zelda DLC, Splatoon. Lots of stuff to play on your Switch.
Yeah, which again is good, because I know my Switch has been sitting pretty idle since Mario Kart released, so I'm ready to use the console for more things. I really want to do like the Switch on the go, and I think the true test of how much I'm going to actually use the Switch is going to be Nerdtacular, and then going up. We're going on vacation for a week in July, so I think that's going to be the true test. I haven't really traveled too much, so I hope that everything actually works really well on the Switch, and I enjoy playing it, like on the go, I mean. So we'll see. The true test of the system itself, I think, will be when I'm away for an extended period of time. So, and also it could be fun at Nerdtacular too, because like I'll be able to actually try the like putting it on the table and like passing out the Joy-Cons and seeing how like multiplayer works on the teeny tiny little screen. I'm still not convinced that that's going to be a good idea, but
it's a stopgap. It does not work as well as you'd hope.
So the one thing I did want to kind of talk to you guys about is looking at that Zelda DLC, like little tidbit trailer thing that we got. What do you think that that's actually going to be? Because the second part of the DLC is supposed to be something that's a little bit more story-oriented, right? So it looks kind of prequel-y, because it showed like Zelda with all of the champions. So are we going to play as Zelda? Are we going to play as Link? Is it going to be like a downfall of the kingdom? Like we're totally going to fail DLC? Like what's going to happen? Because we know the outcome of Zelda and the Four Champions, right? They failed. Yeah. That's why we got Breath of the Wild.
It could be like a preparation. Like it really looks like they're going for a sequel, unless they magically figure out a way to resurrect them, and I don't see them doing that. But a prequel could see them kind of preparing Zelda for what eventually happens. The issue with that, though, Jocelyn, is that's angsty Zelda, of a thing we did not really like in Breath of the Wild. That was the one thing one of the things we agreed on when it came to Breath of the Wild, is that early Zelda, unproven Zelda, is kind of not fun to be around. So I wonder if it's a prequel and maybe we're swapping between the four characters and we get to control them all in different dungeons or something like that. Like it's telling their story as opposed to Zelda's, because we know Zelda's, she's just a spoiled brat, right? So
but then, like, we also know if we're going back to the Divine Beast, which it kind of hinted at because it had the accordion player dude with the elephant in the background. So if we're going back to the Divine Beast, we also know how those battles end. Like, all the heroes die. I don't know if this is a good idea, Nintendo.
I agree, but I mean, you know, we now know what it may be about, and we didn't see Link at all.
No.
So I think it's safe to say that Link is not present. And
Which could be kind of cool, because regardless of whether we play as the champions or if we play as Zelda, I'm kind of looking forward to maybe like a new set of powers, like a new mechanic, as opposed to the more traditional like Link-ish stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. It might be nice to try something new. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And the first pack of DLC launches June 30th. So like 15 days from now, we'll get some new content. I have not picked up the expansion pass. I've sort of been waiting for the first sort of drop of content. You can only buy it as a pass. But
I was going to say, you can't buy them individually, which is kind of the problem, right? So,
I mean, you know, it's the cheapest. Or sorry, I shouldn't say cheap. It's probably the most inexpensive season pass that you'll find around, because considering the content they're giving you, a lot of season passes charge you for everything, anyways.
But that's the thing, though. We don't actually know. This was kind of my point. Like, if you've bought the season pass up to this point, the only thing you knew was the first part, which was a lot of cosmetic stuff. So that's, like, I think the problem is that they're like, give us your money. We promise that there will be good content. Like, we don't even, as much as we got the preview there, we don't even know what the second round of DLC is going to be, right? Like, it looks like it's story content. It looks like it could be cool, but it was totally a teaser. So, again, there's, like, here's our hand, give us your money, we promise it'll be good. That doesn't sit well with me. I'd rather buy them individually, the ones that I want.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you know, Kyle, I'm sure you've picked up your fair share of season passes, and I think that's sort of the agreement you have between you and the company, where you wait until you're comfortable purchasing it. And then, Jocelyn, it sounds like for you, you will just have to wait until it's all unveiled or it's all there, and then look at whether it's worth the price of admission. Maybe the story content they're adding is the value of
I think it's really, for
thing.
me, it's going to depend on what the second pack actually turns out to be. And if it's a cool prequel story, then, you know, I'll see, I might get on board. But the first one wasn't enough to sell me on it, so we'll have to see. But Kyle, what are you most excited for of everything we saw of Nintendo today?
I'm really curious to continue to see their direction, and I know you can just kind of repeat yourself forever, you're Nintendo, but continue to innovate, incorporating other elements. So this hat business, while the hub world just and it looks like the sort of levels are maybe just too infinite in direction. There was something really nice about Mario Galaxy. While these levels were in space, or even Mario 64, where they were just floating in the clouds, it made the level feel highly interactive, whereas the desert or the city just going forever made me disappointed. So I'm curious to see kind of what, in the end, is the mess around the toy box that they can unleash. And I'm very curious, too, because, you know, thinking about the future and family, and Nintendo is definitely something I'm really excited to get back in the house that I simply do not invest in right now.
Yeah.
But, you know, looking forward, really excited for that multiplayer co-op console.
Yeah. No, I think that Nintendo is offering a good selection of games that will, I think, impress a lot of folks, whether they want multiplayer, whether they want single player, and a combination of across the board. They just have to keep the momentum up and continue to show that they are the system. They are your second system. They, you know, whether you are a PC or a PS4 or Xbox One owner, the Switch offers you different experiences, and I think they showed that here today. And you know, I'd say a majority of the titles they showed are exclusive to the Switch console. And if you compare the other shows that we watched the last few days, you know, a lot of those titles are available. Like, all the Xbox ones are on PC. Most of the Sony ones, there's only a few, you know, highlights there that are exclusive to the PS4, but the obvious ones. But there are some that are on all consoles. So I think you kind of have to think about where you want to play your Nintendo, whether you want to play Nintendo games, whether you want a different experience with your second console, or whether you want to just play the 1 or 2 extra exclusives you get by owning a PS4 or an Xbox One. And I think that's always been a strength of Nintendo's consoles, that when you purchase that console, by the end of its lifespan, you have played more exclusive games to that system than you have anywhere else. Mm-hmm. But some would see that as a weakness as well.
I don't know. I think it's a strength, and I think that they're also expanding to other developers. I mean, I know Skyrim came out in whatever it was, like 2011, so it's an older game, but at least, we're going to get a more serious, like, open world RPG type of a title on Nintendo, which is something that we don't normally get. They're open, like Rocket League is coming to Nintendo, so they have a lot of the other offerings now for, like, cross-platform type games that normally it was like, it's available on everything but Nintendo. And now it's like available everywhere, including Nintendo, which I think is a huge step. So they have all their normal exclusives and like Splatoon and Mario and Zelda and, all of those kind of franchises. But then on top of that, they're also opening themselves up to a lot of these other third-party multi-platform games. So I think the Switch is getting stronger and stronger, and I'm happy to see that from Nintendo. Because, that was the biggest problem before, is it was like you had to really love Nintendo games because their consoles went so gimmicky that like you really had to be in that Zelda Mario place. Otherwise it was just like, like they don't have the Assassin's Creeds and the Call of Duties and the everything else. So, if that's the kind of stuff I want to play, then I'm not even going to pay any attention to Nintendo. So I think they're kind of coming around, and I think it's a good thing for the company.
Yeah. Now there will still be announcements where you see, like, for example, Blizzard saying we're going to have Diablo on consoles. I don't think you're going to suddenly have the Switch on par with those other consoles, but I think as long as you are covering your bases and you're getting the software on the console, I don't want Call of Duty on my Switch. I don't need it on my Switch. I will play it on my other systems, and I think for those folks,
what I'm saying is that you can now, or it's moving towards a place where you can buy the Nintendo system and that's your console and your only console. Before you had to have like the Switch and something else, but now that they're opening it up a little bit more, you can just have a Switch and that would be fine.
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
But I think those folks who do see that as an option are probably not going to be as happy with their decision as they would be if they were to purchase a PS4 or an Xbox One. But it really depends on what you're interested in. Yeah, it really depends on your on what kind of games you want to play. And I don't know if this is actually happening, but someone just said that Metroid is on 3DS now. That was an announcement they just made. So that's something else as well. It's one of those things where I think you really just have to love Nintendo software for it to be your only console. But I've always been of the opinion that it's just a really good second console. Maybe like even for PC players, I know a lot of PC players who have gone out and just bought a Switch as their first console as opposed to having just the PC. And I think that hits a good range of games.
Content,
yeah. So. Good stuff.
Right. Yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for us, guys. That is the end of our live E3 coverage. Yay! It's been a crazy few days. So thank you, Kyle, so much for joining us. Before we fully sign off here, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you and the things you do on the internet?
Yeah, I do. Here's the Storm content. So find me over at amove.tv. But of course, today, brand new season, placement matches happening at twitch.tv/Kyle Ferguson.
And I've got to say, I saw you tweet your, I guess, like picks for each map and stuff, and your seasonal characters and what you were going to ban and everything else. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, okay, some of those portraits I don't even recognize. Most of those heroes I don't play. Crap.
It moves fast. Yeah, it's been a fascinating, really fun game to keep up with. But you check out for 2 months, and there's 2 new characters that are ruining your meta.
Yeah, and, like, I could tell Genji, I can't even, like, obviously I don't know which character it was that I didn't know, but there was definitely a character portrait there where I was like, okay, I've been out of the game for, like, I don't think I've really played in maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Like, how is there a portrait I don't recognize? What the hell's going on? So, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to watching you do your stuff because I'm hoping I actually learn something through that.
It's tough. It is
so much
the whole
to keep
game,
up with.
Yeah, it's a game of information. I mean, just like watching someone play chess for the first time, they pick up their queen, and you're like, what? The castle can fly in straight lines, but the queen can do whatever she wants, and you just switched your horse and your castle together in some sort of move. I have no idea what this is.
What is happening? Yep, that's how I feel when I watch you play Heroes, for sure. So everyone, if you're not already following Kyle, please go do so. He does amazing Heroes content and helps me be a little bit less of a noob. You can find Ryan and I on AMove TV. We're going to be doing a show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do our E3 wrap-up once we kind of have some time to process all of our thoughts on all of the stuff that we've seen over the last few days, so please join us there. And if you are a patron of The Gamers Inn, that is at patreon.com/thegamersin. We are doing our game night on Thursday night, again at 8 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you guys check it out and join us for some games. We'll be streaming that over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/JossPlays. So Angry Chicken is going to be starting here in about 3 hours, so we'll see you guys then. Bye!
Cool. Bye, everybody.